Hiya, YouTube. This is completely off the cuff, but I find that sometimes they are better that way. I want to talk about ways of knowing. And we, of course, know the obvious ways of knowing things. We can see them, we can hear, we can feel a sensation on our skin and know that something is there. But what about other ways of knowing? And this whole this whole talk is to encourage my listeners, anyone who is up for the game, to shift their perception just ever so slightly to the left or right of center. So, in the center of your perception is the obvious ways of knowing. You can hear things, you can see them. They're very, it's very clear to you. But do you think there are other ways of knowing things? And what I mean is, imagine that you have a tumor, a benign tumor growing somewhere in your body, or the beginnings of a tumor, and the tumor may be only maybe a few cells large. And of course this is not cancerous, because heaven forbid that you should think something so awful, but a benign tumor is growing in your body. At some point in your experience, you will begin to have symptoms from this tumor. You will either feel a lump, or you will experience other symptoms. And you may go to the doctor, and the doctor may test you out and may discover that you do indeed have a tumor and tell you that you have a tumor. The doctor will use some form of detector. He will use either a test in a lab to determine you have a tumor. He will use his organic detector, which is his hands or his body, his sight, to see the tumor. He will use perhaps an electronic detector, like an X-ray, to identify this mass in your body. And it could be a tumor, a cyst, whatever it is. So you think that 2 weeks ago, before the doctor told you that you had a tumor growing in your body, do you think you knew that you had this thing happening in your body? I say yes, you knew. You did. Now, that knowing may not have filtered into your conscious awareness, meaning that you did not consciously know, I have a tumor in my foot, in my breast, or I had a cyst in my arm, or wherever. But you knew, meaning the organism, the body, the person, the being knew that you had a tumor. And that's because there are other forms of knowing besides conscious awareness. I would say conscious awareness is probably the last step on a series of steps in knowing and awareness. So you were aware biologically that the tumor was growing in your body. Perhaps the tumor gives off chemical signals. Perhaps it gives off electrical signals in terms of the nerves. So your body, the whole organism, your cells, must be aware that this is happening. Now, your cells may not have the ability to speak English, so your cells don't know this object, this mass, as tumor, the word tumor. Your cells don't know that this might be something of concern for you, but your cells are aware. Your cells and your whole organisms, your nervous system, your brain, everything knows that there is a mass growing in your body. So why do you think that knowing that exists within your body cannot cannot graduate from the level of biological knowing into conscious awareness. Why is it? I mean, it seems bizarre when you think about it. It is you, right? It's your body, it's your being, it's yourself. Why do you think that it seems so strange that you would not know, that you would need a doctor who is an organic detector and his arsenal of equipment, his electronic detectors, his knowledge, everything, to get you to the point in time where you go from not knowing to knowing? Why is that? I mean, if you think about it, it doesn't quite make sense. Surely your biological understanding should be able to filter up through the layers into your conscious awareness, right?